All right, are we awake still? Are we awake out there, guys? 11:30 Eastern time right now. Happy, is it a Monday? No, it's a Tuesday. Hope everyone out there had a great holiday weekend. Happy President's Day to all you guys and gals. Hope you rested up for another busy week here in the live trade room. Here we are, back again. Had another great day in the room. Now today, boy, what was the most important thing we learned today? Right? The most important thing we learned today, guys, and I do want to remind you guys, everything we're talking about here is always for educational purposes only. All right, as a member, you'll be trained on how to manage your risk. There is risk out there in these markets. Just please remember to read our disclaimer, guys. Educational purposes only. We're not trying to recommend you put all your life savings on any one of these trades. As a member, I'm going to teach you guys how to trade responsibly. Come out and join us as a member, guys, and I'll give you all of our trade plans so you can manage your trades, manage your trade account, manage your emotions, right? All that fun stuff. So please be careful out there with your risk capital. Very good day today. Very good day today. I want to remind you guys what we went into this morning getting started. Now, we just had our second fast track winner on the crude oil this morning. I've had a horrible time trying to get myself into these trades this morning, but boy, keeping it simple sure has made all the difference today on the crude today. Now, real quick, we put together a morning prep this morning. The first thing we talked about today was the fact that we didn't have a lot of news. So we had President's Day off yesterday. I hope you guys had some fun with family and friends. This morning we come in, there's really not a lot of news this morning. What we did get, though, was we got news out of Iran, right? That pushed crude to its highs, pushed gold to its highs, pushed euro in the middle of its range, didn't quite move the euro around, but the big thing was we had a plan of attack regarding the news. First things first, no major news on a Tuesday after a long weekend always tells me what? Be careful getting out the gate. It's going to be slow. It's going to be sloppy. The same reason why you and I didn't want to get right into the markets this morning, hit the snooze button, or keep the weekend going, so to speak, is the same reason why most professional traders also got a little bit late today. We also know without any major news, there's no catalyst out there. There's nothing, acting as that catalyst, getting crude to move higher or lower, or getting some person out in these markets. So the first thing we saw was no news on a Tuesday morning after a long weekend. Be careful. Second thing we saw this morning, and again, I'm not one for hindsight, so go right back to your blog. Every morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we post a very detailed morning review and a morning prep. Well, if you scroll down here, one of the morning preps, one of the strategies we used was our dollar index day trading strategy. And do you remember, guys, what the dollar was telling us this morning? The dollar was telling us this morning, oh boy, inside day, price wedge, and a sideways range. So think about what was the biggest clue on that dollar. Was it the wedge? If I can draw here, was it the wedge? Was it the sideways range? Right? Was it the personality that we just didn't get this morning? It was a combination of all three. Price wedge says market personality clue. Sideways range says sell the highs, buy the lows, avoid the middle. Where's the dollar? In the middle of that range. And then once we got our hands dirty in the dollar this morning, we saw right away, and we also have some horrible personality as well. So the technicals of the dollar gave us big clues right away, telling us to be careful. Then the fundamentals, once we actually started watching the dollar price action, gave us even more reasons to be concerned. Toss that on top of the news strategy without any major news, and this is a recipe for a very dangerous day in front of us. We were prepared to sit on our hands this morning. Then let's go through what was our plan here? What was our plan going to be here? Well, we made most of our money today on the crude. So scrolling down, again, I'm not one for hindsight. I don't care about a real-time chart right now. Show me what our plan was on crude oil. Here's our plan on crude. And our plan on crude is very simple. Here it is. Again, this is posted right on the blog, 7:30 a.m. We went over all this together. What did we talk about today on the crude? We talked about how if price is going to go below that previous low of day, I'm going to sell a retracement. But if price fails below that previous low of day, you guessed it, I'm going to buy when we go back above the previous lows. And that's exactly what we did. We had the open right in the middle of the range on the crude that was begging the price to keep going higher. So the strategy on crude was, if we went below the 104, sell a retracement. But first, buy that previous low of day as support, And that's exactly what we did. And we did it twice today. This is the most important thing we did today on the crude. Again, here's that trading range we found. This is posted for us 7:30 a.m. And here we are now at 7:30 a.m. And what do we see? 7:30 a.m., price breaks below the previous low of day. What happens? Sellers fail. We don't get the retracement we're looking for. We don't get that big chance to sell the retracement. It immediately gets sucked right back up in. So what do we say? Sellers failed. Buy the failure. Two-step pattern long. Here was your first fast track winner today. Two-step pattern long. There was your first fast track winner. We gave you the entry, the stop, and the target. Targets on this one, 24 and 38. As you can see, you got both targets filled. Entry, of course, above that swing high, 105.05. Stop down here, 104.75. Easy trade, easy entry, easy trade management. That's the fast track for you. Well, then what happened? We come all the way back down again.